about this next group here? Wilkins, Metcalf, Reisner, Draymond, and Hawk.
I'd put Metcalf here.
Over Wilkins?
Yeah. Put Metcalf here.
You sour on Wilkins too much here?
No,
With
I
the
don't
way
think
he
so.
progressed as a pass rusher last year?
Oh, he's so... One, he's old. Two, he's not athletic.
Yeah.
Old and not athletic. It's like, 23-year-old going up against 19-year-olds on the offensive line. A lot of times he was just more physically imposing, but he's not necessarily incredibly explosive for his size or anything. He's just already physically developed compared to the guys he was going against. So I think that was a big part of the reason why he took so much more of a step this year. But I don't really see the disruption potential of the NFL in terms of like elite disruptor. A few here. Let's see who we got in this mix.
See, is this where we bring Devin Bush and pull him back up?
I could get on board with that. Devin Bush around here. Reisner around here.
The college to pro projections that Eric and George are working on love Reisner. I mean, that's their guy.
Yeah, I don't think
see it.
Difference between him and the other two tackles that we got is that big.
So what about Draymond and his size and combine issues?
He's got to drop a little.
We got him already dropped on the Horry board, so we'll come back to him.
He's got to drop. Polite's got to drop. You just can't test that.
Yeah, Polite
on defensive
might
line.
be in the third or fourth.
Yeah.
Right now. I think ultimately, see, the thing is, we've got 31 guys looking at first round-ish grades here.
Mm-hmm.
I think this class feels like it's 25 first rounders. And all these guys are second, and it's okay if we have it like that. A lot of these guys are second round caliber players who will be picked in the first.
Okay.
That's just what I feel about like Long's grabbiness and Amani's projection and maybe even Jenkins. It said, you might disagree. And even some of these receivers, I don't know what separates.
I was just going to say, I think A.J. Brown has a legitimate argument to be up here around 20.
Yeah, I think he might be
our second wide receiver.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Production, slot and outside, athleticism.
I like Arcega-Whiteside. I hate how much he
great
wins.
body control too.
I hate how much he wins just by bossing
Purely
people.
physical.
Yeah.
Purely physicality. I like him. I think he has the best releases of those bigger, purely like physical receivers. But at the same time, you still have to have some sort of speed.
Agreed.
But I do like them both.
Well, give me a number for Wilkins, and I'll grab Brown.
I think Wilkins is more in the 28, 25 range.
Brown's just one of the better all-around options in this class.
Brown around there.
Now, this board needs to reflect it too.
Yeah, I'm moving some of them.
Okay.
I'll throw A.J. Brown up. Bolded. So then the Horry is saying Cody Ford, J.J., Arcega-Whiteside, Hawkinson, Isabella, Elkton Jenkins, David Long. You like Hawkinson enough to throw him there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's...
But he feels like he's... I'd like him a little bit lower in the 20s, but I think he's the first-round tight end, all-around option. And
I like Cody Ford enough to put him here, too.
Where do we want Arcega-Whiteside now? What about Cleveland?
I dropped Cleveland a little bit. I put Winovich ahead in both like around the 30 range or so.
Winovich is going to end up as a top 30 player for us.
Yeah. I'm on board with it.
That's what the grades say. It's all starting to iron out.
Yeah.
Where do you want JJ?
Next. I'm fine with that.
He also had, when I was sorting by just single coverage, it's Andy Isabella, then JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Just beating single coverage, not how.
Yeah.
A lot of it was just him bossing people. But who do we say here?
Will Grier, Andy Isabella, Marquise Brown, Elkton Jenkins. Do you want to stand for Will Grier here?
Yeah, I got to trust the projection. Look, I've tried to talk myself out of Will Grier.
You can't quit him.
I can't quit Grier. As bad as he looked in the offseason, our projection system loves him.
Loves him.
He is, a big chunk of his grade came on those over-the-shoulder throws that aren't as translatable at the next level. But we're putting him as a QB3. I like him as back end of the first round value in a developmental role anyway. So
put him at 24 if you want. Man. He's back into the first round.
Man,
and you think there's only 29 first rounders then?
See, my thing is we put Mason Rudolph in the first round last year.
Yeah.
Because and we don't, jury's out on him still. We don't know because of just multiple years of production. It was Big 12, similar Big 12 type of production. Mm-hmm. And the risk reward factor of the quarterback hitting is just so much more valuable.
Yeah.
We don't care if we miss on a quarterback a little bit in this because of the value. Mm-hmm. All right.
Do it.
Did we just talk ourselves into it? Good.
I'm trying to talk you into making a decision here.
Sam said Adderley over Savage. Those are the two guys. Those are the two safeties I would look at as potential first round grades.
Yeah.
Move them from the second to the first. I'm willing to do that with both.
I think Adderley probably has better ball skills. Savage maybe. I like the way he attacks. Ball carries a little better. Savage attacks in the air.
Yeah.
Like Savage going to break up a pass. Savage probably going to break up more passes. Adderley going to pick off more passes. It's your what do you value conversation.
I like having them close. I mean, I'm fine Adderley over Savage. Are they the next couple guys? Are we missing anybody here? How far do you want Farrell down? I think it's Farrell, Dexter, and Jenkins next, looking at them compared to the safeties here.
Uh-huh. I feel good about Elkton Jenkins. I love his balance. I think he's the best balance of any center. Rarely falls off blocks. That is one thing. If you watch like Tyron Smith, he will never be on the ground. He will never fall on the ground. One of these blocking guys. He might like fall off a block, but he's not on the ground because he's just that caliber of a coordination. And that was like Elkton Jenkins watching him. Even when he loses, he's not on the ground. He's not completely off balance. He's just kind of letting a guy get into him. Do it. Put him back to back.
Darnell Savage, officially a first round pick for us.
Boom.
First round projection.
You got.
So we're at 29. Of the last top 29, Ja'Kai Polite and Draymond Jones have not been listed. And then we're at Cleveland Farrell. We're dropping Deontay.
Yeah.
But I think the next discussion is the two Clemson guys, Farrell and Dexter Lawrence.
Yes. And Andy Isabella.
And Andy Isabella.
He's getting in there, Steve.
You want him in our top 32?
Yes. Yes.
So he's our next,
yes.
I think. Have I soured on Marquise Brown too much just because of this offseason?
Yes.
So he's a sub 4.4 guy. It doesn't matter what the injury stuff is.
Sub 4.4, and he has more. He's more flexible than Tavon Austin. Like he can run routes. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't compare him to Tavon.
Yeah, I mean, like he's tiny. Like they're both like he's tiny, Tavon's tiny, Deshaun Jackson's tiny. One of Deshaun Jackson and Tavon Austin was good in the NFL.
Yeah, I got you.
And he has more of Deshaun Jackson than
more
Tavon
Deshaun
Austin.
Jackson than Tavon Austin. Okay.
In my opinion.
So we're looking at Farrell, Lawrence, and the two wide receivers as the next.
Mm-hmm.
And then David Long.
We got Winnow over Farrell on our board.
Oh, yeah.
So Winovich here too.
Next. I pushed Long and Oruwariye into the top of the second. Do you agree or disagree there?
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I do like David Long, but
they both come with question marks.
Yeah. How did you feel about David Long?
It's very good. I think all of the grabbiness of the Michigan corners concerns me a little bit, even with Jordan Lewis.
That is a little less grabby than the others. I think he's just.
Yeah.
I should throw him on.
I'm looking for Chase Winovich, who's not on our initial draft board here.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Throw him in.
It's about time we came around on him.
Yeah.
Chase Winovich.
Bold him. Throw him.
Winovich and Isabella?
Yeah. And then Marquise Brown. And then Dexter Lawrence, I think.
Isabella and Brown, side by side?
Yeah, do it.
That's not finalized. Dexter Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.